Hi, boys and girls. This is your math lesson for Thursday, April 30th. All right, what are we talking about? Telling time. Yes. Okay. What kind of clock is this called? An analog clock. Say analog. An analog clock has hands. It has the minute hand, which goes to the very edge and kisses the outside. It has the hour hand, which is shorter. The minute hand goes around 60 times, 60 minutes, to equal 1 hour. So you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to count all the way. It'll be 60 minutes. We've learned that you always name the shorthand first. If you don't, then I cry. Ah! It's like a little baby in the house. You always call on them first. So this would be 3. And if the big hand, the minute hand, goes straight up, you would say o'clock. Say 3 o'clock. Good. What time is this? Yep. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. We learned yesterday if it goes straight down, that's half the clock, and that is the half hour. So you could say this is the shorthand first, 5, and if it's going down, you say 5:30. You could also say 5:30 because it's half the clock past 5. What time is this? Yep. We also learned yesterday you go back. If it's between two numbers, you go back to the smaller number. This is 8, and straight down is 30. 8:30. Okay. Shorthand first. Between the 11 and 12, you go back to the 11, and then straight down 11:30. Okay, this is an analog clock. All right, so get out your homework from yesterday, please. And I want to go over this. This is 601. So if you need to pause this, pause this. Okay, so I look at this clock right here with number 6, and it's between the 11 and the 12. I go back to the 11, and then it's going straight down, so it's 11:30, half past 11. Half the clock past 11. The next one, 7:30. So I'm going to draw my small hand, my hour hand between the 7 and the 8. And then if it's half past, I go all the way down and kiss that line. And so if I write it digitally, that would be 7:30. 7:30. 6:30. I'm going to do my minute hand halfway between the 6 and 7. And then straight down and kiss that line. And then this would be 6:30. Okay. Good job, everybody. Okay, Eli woke up at 7:30. He needs to leave for school 1 hour later. Show and write the time he needs to leave for school. So 7:30. So add 1 to the 7, that would be 8:30. So between the 8 and the 9 and straight down, and that would be 8:30. What happens at each of these times? 6:30, 3:30, and 8:30. So at 6:30, which clock says 6:30? So it's half between the 6 and the 7. It says alarm goes off. Okay, at 3:30, so this one is 3:30, between the 3 and the 4, he has practice. And then at 8:30, between the 8 and the 9, 8:30 is school. Yay! School. I miss school. Okay, tell us what time is shown, then write the time. Between the 9 and the 10 is 9, and if it goes straight down, it is 30. So it's 9:30. So make sure you now have 603, that book out, 603. Okay, next one, The hour hand, which is the shorter hand, you have to say it first. It's halfway between the 5 and the 6, so I'll go back to the 5. And if the minute hand's going straight down, it is 30. So it's 5:30 or 5:30. This one's between the 10 and the 11. You go back to the 10, and it's 10:10, 10:30. That's telling time for the half hour. Okay, 1:30. So I'm going to go between the 1 and the 2, the hour hand, and then kiss that bottom line. And then this time is 1:30. 11:30. So between the 11 and the 12, and then the minute hand goes all the way down. And that time is 11:30. Tatum's going to the city with her family. They'll leave 1 hour after she gets home from school. She gets home at 3:30. So what is 3 plus 1? 4. So it's 4:30. Between the 4 and the 5 and straight down. And that reads 4:30. And this says show a half hour later on the second clock. So if it's 8 o'clock, a half hour later it'll be 8:30. So halfway between the 8 and the 9, and then straight down, 8:30. Okay, so in your math book, I'm going to skip some pages because the school year is, coming to an end, so I've got to get through some teaching. Okay, so we're going to move to telling time to 5 minutes. All right, so we talked yesterday about telling time, and we know there's 60 minutes in an hour, okay? And notice between each of the big numbers, there's 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number that is shown is 5. So you can, when you have a time, like let's say it's this, name your shorthand first, and then you can count by 5s if it's exactly on one of the blue numbers. So this would be 12 is your shorthand, 12, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. This would be 12, 20. Okay, let me do another one. What if we had this time? Okay, do your shorthand first. You go between the two numbers, and it's between, so you go back. So 2, so the hour is 2. I'm actually going to write that down. The hour is 2. Rhett, can you come hold this real quick? And then let's count by, hold this too, so where they can see it, and hold this because you'll write it down. All right, so Rhett's helping me. Okay, so there's 2. Everybody say hi, Rhett. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we did the hour was 2. So now we're going to count by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he's going to write down 40, and then this is what the time looks like. This is 2:40. There it is. Perfect. Okay, let's do another one. So you can erase that one or just keep it there. Okay, so remember we do your hour hand first. It's between the 5 and the 6. You go back to the 5, so the hour is 5. And then we're going to count by 5s. 5, 10. So the time is 5:10. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, here's another one. Okay, hour hand first. This gets tricky. It has not touched the 7 yet. It's between the 6 and the 7. So you'll go back to the 6. So 6 is the hour. And let's count by 5s. Here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It is 6:50. And this is what it looks like when you write it. Yeah, there's 6:50. Good. Okay, let's try this one. Let's do... Okay. Do the shorthand first. It's between the 11 and the 12. Go back to the 11, so the hour is 11. And then for the minutes, let's count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So the time is 11:25. Okay, 11:25. I'm going to show you a trick one. Ready? And I'll tell Rhett what to write, even though he'll know it's wrong. Okay, Rhett. So it's right on the 2, so the hour is 2. And then Rhett, just write down 5. Don't put the 0. Okay. So this is what the time he wrote. And he knows that's wrong. He knows. And the reason why it's wrong is because you have to have a placeholder. So this time is 2:05. 2:05. You have to have a 0 there. So it would look like 2 and then 05. You have to have that placeholder there. You would not say 2:05. He had a hard time writing that because he's like, Mom, this looks weird. It's 2:05. All right, then last one for Rhett to write. Okay, shorthand first. Yep, between the 3 and the 4, so you'll go back to the 3. The hour is 3. And then let's do your minutes. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So it is 3:35, and this is what it looks like. 3:35. All right, thanks, Rhett, so much. Okay, so if you can pause this and go in your book to page 619, please. Tear out 3 pages. You're skipping pages, so go to 319. We're not going to do those other pages. And then when you come back on, I'll be ready. Okay, so you should have this page, and it's practicing counting by 5. So we're going to put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So we're going to draw our hand, and it has to kiss that outer line. The minute hand always kisses. And the time is 5:40. 5:40. All right. Next page is, it takes 5 minutes for the minute hand to move to the next number. You can skip count by 5s, and you know how to do that. We learned that in kindergarten. So this clock shows 40 minutes after 9 o'clock. Write the time another way. That's 9:40. So again, you count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 9:40. All right, let's look at this one. Do your hour hand first between the 12 and the 1. So you write down the 12. You go back. Good. And then let's count by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is 12:20. Okay, so this one, hard. It has not touched the 4 yet. It's between the 3 and the 4. You go back. So the hour is 3. And now count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So that time is 3:55. Okay, so this next one, number 3, do the hour hand. It's between the 4 and the 5. Good. So write down 4 and count by 5s. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 4:25. Okay, this says tell what time is shown. Draw the minute hand to show the time. So this says 10:35. They've done the hour hand, so let's do the minute hand. We're going to do the 35. Start at the 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So you'll draw your line straight down and kiss that outer line. That says 10:35. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do actually 3 here. I'm gonna go straight down, and then the rest of it you'll do on your own. So tell what time this is. So it's between the 3 and the 4. So I know this is going to be 3. And let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. This is 350. Okay, next one down here. This says tell what time is shown, draw the hands to show the time. Okay, so they give you a blank clock. So 5:45. So I know it's going to be halfway between the 5 and the 6, the hour hand. So draw that short hand halfway between the 5 and the 6. And let's count by 5s. You have to go to 45. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So there's 5:45. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one. This says show 2:20. Just want you to draw the hands. So I'm going to go halfway between the 2 and the 3 with your hour hand. And then 20 will be 5, 10, 15, 20. And make that kiss the outer line. There's 2:20. All right, so you can finish 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, excuse me. And then the back, and then work on your homework page. So today we hold time to the 5 minutes. We had help from Rhett today. All right, boys and girls, call me or dojo me if you need help. Bye.